Good evening, little mortals. Mummy Rebel here on another night of our 31 spooktacular days. Standing in for Bohemian I am, and I am tonight leading you down the crossroads. Which option is the correct one for you? Which path will lead you to everlasting abundance, happiness, wealth, or at least just not lead you into a trap with the gnashing teeth of a triple-headed dog? Important things to look out for. Which road will have the least potholes? Which ones will have help by your side and not those who ensnare? You came to the right place. Spooky as it may seem, we will go tonight to the crossroads and decipher the messages to see which way should you turn and which way should you go. We have options here from the cards. Yes, our adorable Ouija cards just in today, delivered by Batmail. And we have the 8 of hearts there. You can see in the planchette the 8. The 10 of hearts there, the 10 of clubs, or the 6 of hearts. Choose your pile, and we will go in style to the crossroads. Stay close, don't stray. We cannot afford to lose one this way. The snares will come out, the holes will open, and down you will sink quicker than you think. Stay close. We are at the crossroads, and it's easier than you think to get a little push or nudge down a road less traveled. But is it a road you should be traveling? That is the question. So let's see, for those of you who chose Planchette on number 8, 8 of hearts, what crossroads should you be going down? We have this here, follow your intuition. Isn't that what we always say as readers? We have jack-o'-lantern, protection, knowledge with the book. We have here reverse, the 3 of wands, next to safe travel, dawn, the light after the darkness, and serendipity, bright new prospects are on the horizon. Continuing with the horizon theme, we have the ascendant, ritual, the bear, and the lady from Lenormand. We have the 9 of discs. We have a doorway card that we will open and see what is behind that door for you. What is the message? We have the 5 of discs, 10 of gourds or cups, chalices. We have Aquarius and hierarchy with a closed door. So what is the message for you here at these crossroads? Well, for one, if you go to the crossroads, don't go at night. You have reminders here to do it in the daytime. Some of you are in fact here during the day, or it was too scary for you and you ran away. Come back. Come back if you're a fright and wait until dawn chases away the night. Some of you have a name relating to the sun or to dawn or to Eve or something related to that, okay? We have jack-o'-lantern with hierarchy and the 10 of cups. You guys are very much being urged and protected by your ancestors on which way to go. They are operating very closely to your intuition and trying to nudge you in the proper way. The influence of your friends is not to be trusted at this time. They can lead you to places that are most unsavory. That's true. Some of you are pulling away from the family unit because you feel as though it is a dead-end road there. And in doing so, you're distancing yourself from your ancestors. And this is not a good move. The road that may not be for your family, and for you, your family may not be in the graces of your ancestors doing how they do, does not necessarily mean that you should distance yourself from those who have passed on and have the wisdom and the knowledge. Being without their guidance will lead you into very dire straits at this time. So find that knowledge and reconnect to them. However, only being in your smarts, being of mind and not of heart, listening to your friends and social media trends, getting just enough to spend and gain off of it, that will not lead you to where you want to be, that will lead you to a wrecked end. I definitely can see crash landing, as it were, and no grace in sight. Do not sell out just because it's trending. All right, now, which road is for you? The one making your own bones, the one where you are on your own 2 feet, honing your skills as you go. It is better to own a fruit cart and build yourself up from there than to go and jump on a trend, spin your wheels, and then fail. So, it's getting to know yourself that is the key here. Getting to know how you operate in the outside world and when you are being beside yourself. Knowing who you truly are and what it takes for you to build up your strength and your abundance till harvest. It is not a time to make yourself suffer in scarcity, but it is not a time to go after the glory and success of others and what works for them and what works for who they are on their soul level. Some of you think, well, they get away with it, so I will do it too. There could be the stealing of cultures, the stealing of ideas, appropriation, many temptations for you. And why are these things even temptations? Safe travel. Smarter, not harder, is how you want to work. So instead of going and stealing everyone's bulbs, everyone else's bulbs of garlic, instead, plant your own. Every witch knows the best. The best medicines to use are the ones that are homegrown. So, get to know yourself. Your ascendant is extremely important. The ascendant is the zodiac sign that was on the horizon when you were born. And here we have 3 times the mention of horizon, of the morning, of the ascendant. Very important to you. Some of you have North Node or suns, moons in your first house conjunct your ascendant. It is time to know the power of your own chart and to get in sync with your own identity. And as such, we can see here, look at all of your angular houses in your birth chart. So your ascendant, your descendant, the midheaven, which loves all of the attention, and the IC, your family base, your roots, your Akashic records here. Yes. Pay attention to it all. But remember, denying your ancestors, denying whatever needs to be healed, whatever those histories are. I'm feeling a pain in Mummy Rebel's hand here. Denying that will not bring you healing. It will not bring you where you need to be. It will keep you in lack, could even keep you in poverty or pain. There could be healing that needs to be had. I would scrap your social circles, to be honest. Throw the whole thing away. I know you want to be very Aquarian at this time. You might love the social medias, and you might, pride yourself on who you're connected to, or, going back and forth between cutting people off and being a little isolated alien and going back and connecting to others again. But you really need to find a better way to find better friends. You do have the protection of your ancestors coming through. Even when you're disrespectful, they're still looking out for you. So might want to, give them a little bit more treats, a little less trick, if I were you. Now we have a ritual here. This is a personal ceremony. Some of you will be doing candle spells, working with new moons, full moons, working with solar energy deities. Remember, go to your ancestors first, do the healing. I cannot say it enough. It's all over this reading, all over your threshold, your crossroads, your doorways. I'm telling you, you ignore them, you shoot yourself in the foot, and you keep the doors closed because they are pulling hierarchy. And here you are thinking you can follow a trend or a friend and get some open roadways. Not so. The pages of the book are blank when there's no wisdom from the elders to write upon them. So, I also see some concerns of health here. You are meant to go in the road that is going to ask more of you health-wise. That's going to ask you to get your stuff together. You might be putting some weight on if you have not been healthy. A healthy weight, you might be losing weight, a better diet, rising earlier in the morning, getting off your ass and back on track. That's the roadway that is your fast track, okay? And so that's what you need to do. A lot of work in tow, in stow, perhaps. No, that's what you're hoping. You want to be a stowaway so bad. Just ride the coattails of someone else's ass. It is not the way for you. It is not the way for you. All right. I am seeing early jobs versus nighttime. Some of you will be shifting, literally shifting to another shift. No more night work for you. It'll be time to work in the morning. I know, dreadful. I mean, wonderful, spectacular. Okay. Let's see what your card says before I talk too long. Nomad. The nomadic wanderer lies deep inside, so take the leap now. Don't crawl back and hide. Do not give the excuse of health or wealth or, oh, the family history, the this and that. It's saying enough of that. You have new paths. It'll be your own. It will take you perhaps working nearly to the bone. It will take you being strong and being yourself. It is going to make you soar towards yourself. But bright prospects, new prospects are on the horizon. So do your rituals and ceremonies, all right? Walk like a lady, okay? Walk as if Lady Luck is on your side, okay? Because it is when you decide not to hide. That is the road for you to take, the road that honors those things. Until next time, like, share, subscribe, and if you dare, comment. And I'll talk to you again on another one. Huddle close, don't slip off the path. We're at the crossroads here at last. Do not get tricky, don't try to slip away. You might fall into a ditch and become easy prey. Welcome those of you that chose number 2, option number 2. We have the Planchette on the 10 of Hearts. So, what is in store for you? In which way should you turn? Here, which way will reward or burn? Let's see what you have. In the cards, we have fire. Reckless action leads to conflict. Well, burn indeed, followed by the hearth with fire and stow. Happiness is in our hearts and homes. Oh, so sweet. Message with a moth on it. We have the Queen of Cups. Breakthrough, joy, rejoicing in the present. The moon, you will be guided through the darkness. The unknown, oh, the moon indeed. Neptune, oh wow. The crossroads and the garden from the Normand. The lovers, we have a doorway which we will get to in a bit. We have 4 of discs with coconuts on it, yes. We have Leo, the masculine, and young Gorge, aka the Knight of Cups reversed. Now, we definitely have an absolutely strong energy of Pisces. Okay, could be Cancer as well, and well, what the hell? Let's throw Scorpio in there. General reading, multiple of you. All water signs could be here at the crossroads. We also have fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Some of you are here trying to make a decision that involves another party. But the decision is your own. You can't blame anyone, not the dog or the bone, and certainly not the 3-headed dog at the crossroads. So, what do you need to know to be better informed about your decision? Well, recklessness and rash decisions only following your passions will not lead you right. You have to learn to anchor and harness this fierce energy, this raging, boiling blood within you, if you are going to do this right. All right, yes, a skill is needed. Skill indeed. You might want to tap in more to water, you see. In the past, you've let your emotions get the best of you, but it's because you charged forward with only the fiery emotions. You didn't handle them with care. This is showing the energy of nurturing. Here, Neptune holds a baby in this little fishy egg. Oh, there could be a child in concern, as well as a very established relationship, it seems. And then we have the breaking of that, the breaking of celibacy, the breaking of the innocent, the sweet. Will you be reckless up in these streets, huh? So, honey, what will it be? We have the message of a breakthrough coming, and that is the thing. We don't need to focus on breakups and rumbles, okay, in the streets. What we need is breakthroughs. And by we, I mean you. There's too many people, these gaggles, that are just babbling about you and discussing everything, okay? Or you are too much up in their business and you don't know what is going on behind their closed doors. Let's start there. It's a very nebulous feeling. This feeling of attraction, this feeling of feeling entitled to belong, to merge with others on your path, and feeling like you can go ahead and have the same success that they've had. But could you? Are you them? You don't know what it took for them to be who they are. So just replacing yourself with another spouse, or replacing yourself for a manager, or whatever the position it is that you are eyeing so enviously, does not guarantee the success that you think you see. Now then, there is the path of learning the way, of repetitive motions and bettering yourself along the way, of climbing the stairs rank by rank and getting out of the dank and the stank, okay? So, what is better for you? Now you have this egoic side, the side that will have vengeance, the side that will have acknowledgement, damn it, that wants to call who you want to be in your home, force the relationships that you want, and is thinking it's giving a kiss when really it's giving a fist. But punching walls and breaking coconuts and vows, it's not getting you where you want, not then and not now. The message you need to receive is that this energy will and is coming around. So you want to build your happy endings with sweeter steps now, okay? This unknown that you have been betting your bucks on that involves someone else is not going to be the sip of tea you think is going to be. There's something else in that potion, and it smells like poison to me. And I'm a very practiced hand at potions and poison, so you might want to heed. The breakthrough comes when you decide that you are going to be your own ride or die. You're going to move forward with your work and your heart, your spiritual path, and that is from the start to the end, completely. I feel as though you guys have been sidelining yourselves here on these crossroads, sitting here on a bucket upturned and feeling as though you could rage at the world to everyone else who goes by how you should be going down that road, and you can step higher than they are, parade better than they are. And you very much do. You want parade, you want accolades in order to do the simple things that are right for yourself on your path. And I feel like the ethers are yawning and bored with that. So it's time to get up, move forward. Okay, you might have to get your moon in order, your fourth house, your moon. You could have Neptune conjunct moon. You could have moon in Leo, Neptune in Leo, fifth house placements, Leo placements. Yes, you're going to have to get over being the sideline glory hog. Go out there and put all of your creative intentions, all of this love that you claim that you have, all of this romantic action into action, and build something that lasts. That is the road for you. And it's not about the other person, and it's not It's not about, oh, someone, they stole it from me, they ruined it for me. No one can take what is yours in affairs of the heart. And that's the stinging bottom of the cauldron tea. So, stay with the relationships that stay with you. Keep doing your good works. Tap into your hobbies. And that path is the one for you. And it's looking like the one that is not chasing after this other partnership or whatever it is. But it's still full of love, okay? Queen of Cups. It's just not this. I'm seeing breakthroughs. I'm seeing joy. I'm seeing new relationships, but you're not going to have to do skullduggery and masks and mirages to get it. It's going to be a clean break. Like coming out of the forbidden forest with your clothes still intact. Not having to walk through the village naked to the ass. Not that that's ever happened to me, ever. Anyways, let's look at your card. Heart healing. Mourning now has had its time. Do not pay it a single dime, which means paying into your sadness. Okay, no more mopey movies, no more sad so-called help books, no more any of that stuff that's just an industry feeding off of your pain. Order out, anyone? Emerge from the darkness. A new day starts. A light embrace. Let light embrace the healing heart. And I did not even read that before I read that part. So, happy endings are in tow. But don't follow someone else's conga line just because it's on the go. And with that, I will say like, share, and if you're bold enough and ready to go down this path, subscribe. I'll talk to you next time. Hurry up now, shake the mud off your shoes. We have to find out what is the news. Should you go this way or that, or should you stay straight on your path? Hurry now and don't fall back. Can't you feel the three-headed dog's breath? Here we are for those of you that chose number 3 or the one with the planchette on the 10 of clubs. We have water. Emotions are at their peak. The underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Vesica Pisces. We have the Tower reversed. Blessings. The Witch. The earthly weaver of the worlds. Oh, how they flatter me, but it's all true. We have the Maiden, a new relationship blossoms. And again, with the witching, we have Night Women, yes. We have Pisces, again Pisces. Cross, the stork from Lenormand. We have the Two of Cups reversed. We have a doorway, creepy, that we'll get to. We have the Chariot reversed. Jupiter, the 9 of Blades, which is the 9 of Swords. And Fight, a good brawl, yes, right next to Jupiter. How well your cards are lining up. Clarity, I see. So let's discuss what is herein and find the map. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio on deck, especially Pisces. So many little fishes swimming through the fog at the crossroads. And Jupiter here, bringing both Sagittarius, this archer over here fighting, as well as Pisces, which it rules anciently as well. Could even be a few Geminis in the mix. So, what do we have? I'm feeling fairy tale endings, blessings and love. I'm feeling curses and burdens and Akashic records, karmic stuff. Messages coming in trying to save you from yourself, and offers of love if you can keep up with all else. We have worries and anxieties and peril and danger. We have you overcoming it. Yes. And perhaps falling in love with a stranger. What bonds you have coming in, what magic you have been working. I see your heart here. Quite often you have been scourged by others, misnamed, called outside of your name. Oh, child. You have been written off as someone who would not reach your success, somebody too caught in the ethers to pass the test, somebody that has been so downtrodden you wouldn't know up. And yet, obviously those talking shit don't know what's up. The energy of night women. The night women would wear their flower crowns and go around and heal their town at night, bringing their potions and tinctures and their wisdom from the ethers to those who needed the healing. We have the stork. And here you go into stark conditions and bring your treasures and bring your heart and bring your medicines out to others. Even when you don't have transportation, you find a way. Even when you don't have a platform, you build one yourself. Even when life has hit you with every blow possible, here you show up again, because as it says in the underworld, you know that that is just a pause before you begin. Some of you have really learned to fight back in the fires. You've learned to push and push and push, no matter how much they pile upon you. And this is finally going to give you some blessings that are your own and not to be taken. And not just those vain so-called blessings that people go and risk themselves for just for show. Now, I see that you have barely averted a train wreck. Perhaps some of you even had vehicular accidents. It's no fun when the trees grasp your broom right from under you, or at least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I didn't see it. It came out of nowhere. Oh, who plants a tree there? Honestly. But never mind about me. Some of you have literally had doors slammed in your face. You got fired from the job. The landlord kicked you out. I mean, you've had a very clear idea of where you shouldn't be. Now, another situation you're trying to stay in, as you're trying to not fully move forward, is just barely keeping you from crashing to doom. You're living on the razor's edge, whether that be barely paycheck to paycheck, barely day to day having what you need, risking your health, risking your stability. This is not the way. Now, the other way takes humility and heart. It takes you pulling back out that throbbing organ that you've been hiding away because you've been so misused in the past. You've been taken for a loop for your manifesting abilities, for your blessings, for your amazing aura that you put out to others, and now you've hidden yourself away for a long time. And damn it, it's about enough of that. It is time for you to start putting your heart back out to the right people and stop putting it to all the monsters and ghouls and goblins and then crying around that this is why you don't do it. Use your goddamn sense. Because witchlings, you have it. Okay? You are very intuitive, you are very knowledgeable and very wise. And just because you want the romance and the fuzzy feelings does not mean that you can evade your responsibility of paying attention to the signs at the crossroads. You know people, you know who they are. You know before they speak, their energy introduces themselves. The whole energy of the place changes. You hear the calling of the ravens. You hear the bubbling of the frogs, the silence of the winds. You know what is for you and what is not. And it is time that you put your heart back out there, connect with the right people, reconcile the healing relationships that you got away from when you withdrew, and let go of these bullshit roller coaster as you mortals ride. I mean, I just would use my broom, but not the one that the tree took. But anyways, get off of the proverbial roller coaster going nowhere, crashing and crashing on the shores again and again, whining after the same person. Harsh words, I know, for a reading with so much Pisces watching, but it is the truth. That is not your happy ending. That is not your depths. Those are not your soulmates. and get rid of the karmic energy. Heal thyself, healer. Find a different target, archer. You guys have the ability to foresee change and abundance and love and romance in a way that so few do. Do not bring instead chaos and pain and beating your head against the ex's brick walls. All right, it said a pause in the underworld, and then we're moving on. That goes for you too, Scorpios and Cancers, Aries, all of you watching, honestly. So let's take a look at your card here. Hummingbird song, again with the love stuff. Some Leos here. Nectar of sweetness and joy it brings. The hummingbird's healing as medicine it sings. Get back to your arts, to your music, to your creativity, to owning your own spiritual path and healing. See, you have the witch, and this is why I speak so boldly to you. The witch knows that everything that goes on during their workings is speaking to them, informing them, and is connected to them. And the witch says, I'm a bad witch. And I will maneuver these energies as I see fit. And if the witch decides to sit in a tantrum and bitch, well, she can be a whiny witch bitch if she wants. But her magic that comes back to her, well, that it's going to fit. So if you want this happy ending, stop being with the goblins and ghouls. Stop settling for those who don't learn when you school them. Go for that which takes heart from you, even when you feel like you've given all the heart you have to give, in a good way, building a good future. When it's tough to believe that the world can change, that's when you give more of your heart. When it is tough to forgive yourself and start a new day, that's when you give your heart. When it's tough to grow spiritually, magically, as an artist, that's when you give more of your heart. Not when someone rips it out, throws it on the ground, and stamps on it, and you've decided you want them, because really what you want is not to grow. That is not the road for you. It is closed. Here at Slam, the axe. The path for you is to alleviate the burdens from your heart and stop being your own worst messenger by conjuring things and divining for things that you know ain't no damn good. All right? You're pretending you're taking medicine all for your best, for their best. And really, like the Mortal song says, that is poison. Ow. That is what I'm seeing for you. Many good things, which is why I give the tough tonic to you now. Here at the Crossroads, choke it down, and now ride blissfully to your happy end, because a new relationship will blossom, and your healing will continue in a good way if you now begin. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. And if you dare and aren't too salty, water babies, leave another comment. Bye-bye. Hurry now, don't stop and stare to all the eyes. Yes, they're aware. The crossroads are always on spotlight, even in the darkest of night. Hello, those of you who chose number 4, or that with the planchette pointing to the 6 of hearts. Now, what will be in these cards? Shall you turn left, right, up, or down? Should you take a spiral to somewhere unknown, some new town? Let's go ahead and see what the crossroads, the fog, the ether, the ancestors, the owls, the all that is says now. You have the chimera reversed. Imagination clouds your judgment, but reversed. Graveyard, unnecessary fear. Stormy, King of Cups, reversed. Earth, Bombrock, sweetness and synergy. The shield, you are safe from harm. La Luna, and also the moon from an astrology deck, not from tarot. We have the ship, the child from Lenormand. We have the Queen of Discs. We have a doorway, which we will experience later. We have the Page of Wands, Aries, Truth, and the Rider. And yes, somebody just laughed with Truth and Aries being together, but sometimes they can. They pride themselves on being the truth tellers, but is it their truth or their opinion? And that is where you are. Here you are in this Page of Wand energy, thinking you have the full truth of it all, about to tell me what this reading says, about to tell it like it is, you say, and yet you do not so clearly hide your fears. They pop up like zombies everywhere, ready to grab you and give you a scare. Things have been stormy. You have the ship and the stormy waters with the ship again. Some of you have crossed seas, or you wish to cross the seas, or you just constantly feel as if you're tossed to and fro, fro and to. We have twice the cycles of the full moon. There are Cancers and Aries, Leos and Sagittarians. We have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Scorpios and Pisces. A lot of signs here, a lot of mixed charts with a chimera energy. And some of you do not yet know what it is you want because you don't know yourselves. You don't embrace your full energy. You don't know who you are in the realms of friend, family member, relationship. You don't know who you are in the realms of fire, water, air, earth, and spirit. Intellect, emotions, physical concerns, passions. How do you get the balance of all of these things? That there, the glyph of the earth, is the glyph from whence we began the birth chart. We impose the glyphs of the stars there upon the earth, and we have our original quadrants. But who are you at your core? And this fleshy body that you're in, without being detached, without blowing in the wind, who are you here and now? It is time that you are grounded. It is time that you figure that out. Your days are flying past you, everything's a rush, and before you know it, it's once again dusk to dusk. Some of you are only alive for a few hours at night, and then you put yourself away, pack away tight, and check out of the day. Not a way to navigate. The truth. The truth is that you are safe, you are protected, you have spirits and beings and people who care for you and look after you. You have the ability to thrive here in this mortal realm. But your emotions, your very own emotions, are what throws it off. Like Alice in Wonderland when she cried herself an ocean and put herself within a storm. Your emotions, your energy is that powerful, and you have to recognize that, because from the many things are born. Yes, it's like wrestling with a stone gargoyle trying to get you to do what you don't want to do. That I can see. And also, you don't want to move forward unless everything is concrete, unless everything is paid in full, planned out with receipts. You won't take a step, you won't take a risk, you won't move from your seat. You only rush and rage and throw blows when it's something that deep down you know is no damn good for you, not in mind, body, or soul. But you guys skate on luck, and I think you know. You get away with quite a lot. And now it's time to grow. It's time to take responsibility for your own crossroads. A lot of you have an Aries North Node. You do what you want, and the universe responds. You're led by heart. You might also have moon. Moon and fire. Honestly, moon and earth, water or fire, you're all here. It's time to get from here to there. It's time to learn how to be content with smooth sailing seas. Time to be happy and be easy to please. For some reason, when things are feeling safe, when there's sweetness and peace, you want to shake it up. You want to shake it up. Like flinging a sleeping baby from the sheets. Horrible, don't do it. I caught that child metaphorically. We're all good, it's safe. Okay, enough of that, people. So what's it time to do? A lot of you, the road for you is going to be uprooting you. It's going to be uprooting you, but it's going to be by choice because you don't like what you are doing, where you're at. Some of you will never leave your house, but you can't stand it. And it's time to change. Security in the earth realm does not mean never moving a muscle or holding on to every physical item you ever encounter. It does not mean hiding away and then being ashamed of our body's presentation. It doesn't, there's strange ways that you guys are trying to accommodate feeling secure and solid. And a lot of these stem from imbalanced moons, fourth houses. Emotional natures, holding in manifesting energy, holding in active fiery energy that's ready to go. For a lot of you, honestly, I see moving home, traveling, literally getting on the damn road. And your home moves with you. The coat of arms here shows, put it upon your carriage, away you go. Oh, I got a headless horseman that can chauffeur if you need a ride. But that is your message. The road for you is the one where you can't hide, where eyes are on you, where the responsibility's on your back, where you take responsibility for your having and for your lack, where you finally get your emotions out in the open and in control, and you make them work with the rest of your life. Get it in flow. Direct your anger in the right direction and at the right people, or better yet, transmute it to something that can actually be usable. Some of you will be leaving situations with food. It could be working at a restaurant, culinary, staying at home when cooking, changing your diet. Some of you are going to be leaving artistic paths or paths that aren't suiting you, or changing your work environment or schooling environment surrounding the arts. It is time that a lot of you switch your career path and become your own boss, or expect more responsibility of yourself in it. But I think many of you will be drastically changing where you live, reside, work, actively going on the crossroads, but again, being safe. Now, Barnbrock is one of the divination's forms on the Hallows time, where you bake in many different goodies, like little charms, and when you get your piece and you're served it, you read it for your divination to see what you got, and it forecasts the coming year. So there's still more to be divine for you, depending on your energy shift and your decision right here. Will you take responsibility for yourself and get out of your fears? That is what changes your crossroads. They're switching like Harry Potter staircases. Hogwarts. You know what I mean. So, your doorway says intuition. Simple, complex, words of pain or that heal. You come to know truth by the way that it feels. Use your feelings in the right way, and not to delude yourself, not to lie so you can stay in stagnant situations or get your way with tantrums, but to truly lead yourself forward with confidence and backbone. And twice now you have truth begging to come forward. Have the lightness of a child. It's okay to process emotions, to use them as a stronghold, to use that intuition, that psychic insight. But use them as a way of building and not holding yourself back in life. And that is one of the biggest crossroad changes that you will have. So, there is your story. There is your path. Will you go ahead and walk down it at last? Well, like, share, subscribe, and if you want, tell us in the comments. I'll see you again on another one. Bye-bye.